All right, we're going to go through this, hopefully this entire review packet here in just a couple of videos. So I'm just going to jump right in. Question 1 has two different piecewise function graphs. So let's start by writing the first over here on the left. Let's write that piecewise function out. So I'm going to squeeze that. There we go. Squeeze that over here, f of x equals, we work left to right, top to bottom, left to right. And if I have enough room, we'll see what this is going to look like. But I can see, let me use my mouse here, I can see that that has a slope downwards. So down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. So the slope is -1, x. And if we continue that line down, we want to look to see where it crosses the y-axis. It crosses right here at -2. So the slope is -x. Y-intercept is -2. We'll worry about the domain here in a second. The next piece of this function is just simply the line y equals -3. We see this along that line. So we just write -3. The third piece of the function has a positive slope. It's heading up, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And it has a y-intercept of 3. So just a slope of 1, x, plus y-intercept of 3. Now when we look to see the domains, the first function here is valid only until -4. It includes -4 because it's a solid dot. So that would be domain of x less than or equal to -4. The next piece, this middle piece, has a range, or sorry, a domain that starts at -4, but it doesn't include it. So I'm going to say -4 less than but not equal to x. And then it does have a solid dot at the end at 0, so it's x is less than or equal to 0. And then the third piece is anything x greater than 0. There you have it. Next up, we have this function here. I'll try and squeeze this one in as well. This one here starts with another flat line, so that's a y equals constant. And we're looking at y equals -3 again. That. Always put that comma so that we can add the domain later. The next piece, that middle piece, we have that positive slope. We're headed upwards, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. So that's a slope of 1, y-intercept of -2. So that equation is y equals x minus 2. The third piece has a downward slope, negative slope, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, so that's -x. And if we trace that back up one more, it's a y-intercept of -1. So that looks like y equals -x minus 1. The domains. This first piece is good all the way from the left, -infinity, all the way up until -3, but not including. So that would say x less than -3. The next piece we have going starting and including -3 up to 1 but not including. So that's -3 including -3 but not including 1. And our last one would just be x is greater than or including 1. So there you go. Question 1. Let's see if we can get into question 2. Question 2. A company charges the following rate for shipping. So I've discussed this in class with a few students already, but looking at this, unfortunately, when we get to the over 20 pounds, I don't feel like it's a very realistic situation, but we are going to write the equation exactly how it is written in the problem statement. So what we're going to do, I'll just start with our f of x piecewise function. And we know that if no matter whether you're 0.1 pounds or a full 10 pounds, it's just going to cost you $9. So it's not per pound, it's just $9 if you weigh anywhere from 0 to 10 pounds. So that just looks like a constant 9. Okay, and that's valid from x is less than or equal to 10. Our next piece says if you're over 10 up to 20 pounds, then it's just $12. So again, it's just a constant 12. There's no x because x would imply that we're being charged $12 per something, per pound or whatever it is. And that's not what we want. So we're going to say that our poundage is starting at 10. We're greater than 10, but less than or equal to 20 pounds, up to 20. Now, when we get to the over 20 pounds, that's when they charge $1.50 per pound. So the way this is written, this is the part that doesn't make sense in the real world, but this is how we have to write it in this problem. This one here is 1.5x, because this is per pound, $1.50 per pound. And that is valid only after x has gotten greater than 20 pounds. The reason it's unrealistic is if you weigh 20 pounds, you're charged $12. If you weigh 21 pounds, 21 pounds times $1.50 a pound, you are now being charged over $30. But if you were to come in 1 pound lighter, your charge would be $12. But again, we're writing it as it says, $1.50 per pound over 20 pounds. All right. Let me stop there. Again, I want to keep this video as quick as I can or short as I can. So I will pause this one and we will pick up with question 3 in the next video.